I'm going to carry on with the learning how to cross stitch thing using my Tesco purchases. These are the needles that I bought. There are 18 of them in the pack and they're called craft needles and it cost £1.50 for these. If I just take this off, you have your needles in 3 different tiers. 1, 2, 3. For cross stitch purposes, you want tapestry needles. Those are these ones at the back. They've got a big eye, a blunted tip, and for cross stitch you'd be using the smaller ones. The larger ones are designed for tapestry and also for darning with wool. Just to go through the needles, the middle ones are crewel needles, which are what you would use for embroidery, but they have a sharp tip. And the thing with cross stitch is that normally a cross stitch fabric has got holes in it, so you don't need a sharp tip needle. So those are the crewel ones, tapestry, crewel, and these ones here are quilting needles. They're small and very sharp, a little bit rounded. They're used for making small stitches on heavy fabric. So the one that we're going to go for is the tapestry needle, and I'm going to go for the smaller one. It has a big eye and a rounded end, and this fabric is Aida fabric, which is typically what's used for cross stitch. So you see the needle can go into these little holes very, very easily. The fabrics that I picked up in my mum's stash were these 3, so a green one, a gingham one and an ivory one. And the needle goes very easily through these as well, so it's suitable to use on these fabrics. Threading the needle is not as easy as you think it should be. It's very easy to get this all tangled up if you make the length that you're working with too long. If you buy a cross stitch kit, the floss will come pre-cut. Because you've bought these skeins, you have to cut them yourself. So what I always do is I measure from my hand to my elbow, hand to elbow, and then I cut it there. This is just an approximation. It doesn't matter if it's not exact. This floss is separated out into 6 strands, and you will typically use 1 or 2 of these strands for a cross stitch pattern. It's very easy to tangle a thread when you're getting it out of the floss. So what I do is I just grab on to one of the threads and then I just pull it straight out. This floss bunches up in my hand, but I keep my thumb here fairly secure so the thread can go through, but none of the bits that are curling up can tangle up with each other. And then these 5 threads that are remaining, I will just wrap back around to keep them with the right colour. The easiest way I've found of securing this without needing a notch is doubling it over, so you have a loop on one end and the 2 ends of the thread on the other, and then just putting that through the eye of the needle. Now that you can thread your needle and use your floss in a tangle-free way, you're ready to form your first stitch. I'll do that in the next video. Please subscribe and like if you want to be kept up to date with more tutorials, farm life and plutonium muffins crafting. Happy stitching! Bye bye!